with another episode of the Respect My Region podcast. Today, a very special episode of the New York Cannabis Podcast edition, man. Brought to you guys by our partners at Deeproots, our premier partners for all things SEO, retail, marketing, and AdWords. We've got a really special guest here today, folks. We've got William. He's the owner and big boss dog over at Secret Garden 716 up in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to the show, William. How we doing?
Hey man, thank you so much for having me. We're doing great up here in this cold weather in New York State. Wish I
Come
was with
on,
y'all in
man. It's
Cali.
winter in New York, but this ain't New York City kind of winter. You guys up there and out there, man. What's it like right now? Break it down. Hit me with the weather update, dude. I know it's frozen, but what's it really like there today?
Not even right now. Right now we're experiencing 10 degrees above normal.
Wow. So that's
Yeah,
where the hoodie. That's why
uh,
you're in the hoodie, not the full jacket, right?
you got it. You got it.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
that.
We missed a big snowstorm that was coming. It didn't hit us.
Oh,
It hit
good.
Rochester and Syracuse, so that was good for them.
That kind of challenge and those kinds of challenges, those variables in this cannabis world, those are real. People deal with seasonal things. Weather is definitely seasonal, and New York deals with a lot of different things when it comes to the weather. I know New York gets the heat and the blackouts, and then obviously up there, windy and cold. You guys got the that big lake up there, right?
Yep,
Um,
yep.
you got a dispensary, man. How did you get into it? Where did this come from?
Well,
What's your legacy journey for this, William?
Well, I've always had a little something going on. I've always had friends that smoke. I myself have been smoking all my life, you might as well say. So I've always had friends that smoke, and I got a bachelor's degree in business. So the first thing I did, I tried to get the cats together to, pitch in. Let's do something good for the community. Folks didn't want to pitch in, so I pitched all myself in and sold to them, and just kept rolling. My
Yeah,
friends were my best customer. If I smoke one with them, they gonna buy two. So
facts.
we just started like that, branched off to something a little bigger, branched off to something a little bigger. Then when it got legal in New York State in 2021, there was a gray area. There was no one to enforce it anymore as far as the legality. So everybody jumped in and started doing events, and that's when I started getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I had good product, um, coming from where you are, and hey, it put me out there. At that time, my name was Wing City Smokes.
Okay.
Buffalo
Wing
being a wing
City.
city,
Yep.
Buffalo with the Buffalo Wings. So that rolled for good. And then we applied for a legal license, myself and the missus and my son, and we were rewarded that license. It,
Wow.
it sounds easy. There was a lot of BS going on to get that license.
I believe it.
Working
I
with the
believe it.
government, everybody know how hard it is to do things in New York State. They always taxing you somewhere somehow. So a lot of that was going on. Then you had a lot of lawsuits. Everybody suing New York State, but we made it through all of that. We opened up back on um, October 2024, and
Wow.
we just been rolling since. There are days that are better than others, but for the most part, I'm hustling like I always have done, making sure I get exposure.
I love that. And I can feel the energy and the passion for it because it's like you saw success in the traditional way of doing it, and then once it got into this weird grayness, as you were describing it, that era, right? And
Hmm.
it seemed like it was like, okay, cool. This legacy experience that I've had, it's transforming and growing and building. And I'll just use it, I'll call it snowballing. Because then
Hmm.
once they made it more gray and accessible to people, it was like, okay, so the people that were looking for weed and willing to do things in parking lots, or they always say the stoners in the
Hmm.
alleyways. I never bought weed in no alleyway. That's a fact. That's just for me though. You would,
Nah, not no alleyway. All you
yeah,
gotta do is knock on the
you just
door.
go up to someone's car. Yeah, you pull up next to
Somebody
them in the
drop a
parking lot.
bucket. Somebody drop a bucket down from a window upstairs. You put your money in there. You
Come on,
take it and come back down the bucket with your product in it. You didn't know
come
the
on, man.
strand. You didn't know sativa, indica. You didn't know no. You know they got good weed because everybody said it.
Right, right, right. And it's like, there's this journey for the customer, the patient. I don't know anything about Buffalo. I mentioned, I just know a little bit about music and some of the artists from there because that's my thing. But
Mhm.
what is Buffalo like there in terms of the cannabis customer, and what kind of strains do they smoke, William? You're from there. What did you
Mhm.
grow up smoking, and what is still being sold like that?
Not originally from Buffalo, but been here long enough.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't
Came
mean to
to
say that, but
school.
I meant
Oh
like
no,
from
you're good.
there,
You're good.
time and time and
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been here for so long. It really depends. You got the youth, the NYs. YNs, I should say, they are smoking more candy stuff. You know what
Interesting.
I'm saying? They like those packs that what we call a Cali pack. They really do. I mean, they're in New York packs now, same all of the candy runces and all that stuff.
Of course.
What folks was calling za, but I have an older demographic that truly likes the old strands, the
Yeah.
Northern Lights, the Sour Diesels, the Durban Poisons.
Mm-hmm.
They actually gravitate right to those when I have them on the shelf because they know that that's what they were smoking when they, first got introduced to weed. So I keep a little bit of all that.
Yeah.
Understanding that some people like the candy, so I try to get a what we would call a low, so they could at least get the candy flavor.
Yep.
And then I'm definitely gonna have some of the celebrity weed as well, so folks could experience that too.
You're the first person to mention celebrity weed on a lot of the New York shows that I've had, William. What are some of the celebrity ones that you have available?
Uh,
If there's more than one.
I had the first one I had was Future. He had to evolve,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Okay.
I had all three of his strands, and they moved pretty good.
That's dope.
To Kyle,
Yep, Wu-Tang.
I definitely got to Cal. The other cat, Mello, the
Yeah, oh
basketball
yeah,
player,
Carmelo. Gotta have
celebrity. I
Carmelo.
got
Yep.
Carmelo.
Did you guys I
I had
vaguely remember, did you guys ever carry the Benny the Butcher stuff?
Benny. I had Benny the Butcher stuff as well.
Nice.
So
That's
he was
dope.
out there.
Man, this is sick.
So
Yeah, I
some
see. I
good.
would go buy that, man. I'm a fan of being a fan. I enjoy supporting the artists that work hard to build that fandom. Did you smoke the Carmelo weed? That's one thing I really want to know is how was it?
I smoked. I had four different strands over a little bit of a period, and I smoked three out of the four. I didn't mess with the sativa.
Okay.
Just it wasn't something I wanted at the time. I do like sativas, but at the time I wanted to try his indica. The indica was great. I want to say that was great gas that he had the
Nice.
Hall of Fame strand as well. That was good. And then
Cool.
a local guy who's an indigenous gentleman who owns Skyworld teamed up
Okay.
with Mello and put out his Hall of Fame strand the day he actually went and got inducted to the Hall of Fame. They have
That's
a
dope.
really nice, pretty box that you open, looks like jewelry. Pow,
That's
pop
sick.
out, and it's a nice
That's
a little
sick.
jar in there with quality weed. So, so,
Well,
so, so, so a lot of the weed is good. I don't. I
yeah.
also have Mike Tyson, obviously,
Come on, man. He's one of the OG celebrity weed brands.
definitely,
Do you
definitely.
notice that customers are they strain loyal or brand loyal yet? What is Buffalo brand loyal or are they strain loyal? What do you notice?
I have some. I have some Rove people.
Hmm?
Rove is I call it a cult following because
Yeah. Okay.
they gravitate, come to the store, turn right, go straight to Rove. They don't even look at nothing else
That's crazy.
because they know the
Shout out
quality
to
they're
Rove.
going to get there.
I
But
love that.
but I do have customers that are budget shopping though. So that's sort of how my store is broken down for my flower. I got some budget stuff over here. Then over here in the corner, I got a firewall corner with
Okay.
literally firewall with scene of a fire on the wall and all the two cases there. That's all the high quality weed. That's my best ounces. That's my best
Okay.
quarters eighths, and that's the weed that my bud consultants are smoking.
Yeah. Do we cuz you're OG there in the area, right? We were moving, moving units to people right in that area, and as you were saying, it's like, okay, did those people translate into the store? You mentioned like your best customers, people that you know, those people are in the store now regularly. We've converted them to shopping at grocery stores and dispensaries fully.
Some of them.
Cool.
Some of them, the majority,
It takes
no,
time.
no,
It
no.
takes time.
I got a best friend that he's been in my store. He still don't shop. He come to my store, we chat, everything. He's bought one thing from me, and that was when I opened. He's not gonna come here because he's looking for $100 ounce.
That's fair.
I'm not gonna.
New
I
York
wouldn't.
doesn't have that yet, I don't believe, right?
We
Not at the
do.
quality for
We
like what
not.
they're
There
expecting.
you go. That
Yeah.
Q word quality. I
Yeah.
can't give you $100 ounce because I can't carry hay.
Yeah. No,
You
it's
know.
it's a thing for sure. They don't have enough of the I believe and you can correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not there. I'm not there every day. I get to live vicariously through these podcasts and your guys' daily culture,
Hmm.
right? The on the ground perspectives from these owners and these brand guys.
Hmm.
But my understanding is that there isn't enough really, really good indoor flower grown. There's a lot of micro grows, and that creates really good small batches of things. But there's not just a ton, like a million pounds of just fire weed, and thus there's not excess amounts of indoor to create that price to get it to $100 ounce, right?
that's right. But I don't as a retailer, I don't want it to go down
You don't
to
even
that.
want to. Yeah, we don't want the
No,
prices to get to
no, we
that
don't
point.
want to get that low. I want to keep it real. But yeah, you're sort of right that we got micros and they sell out quick. You got to have
Yeah.
a relationship with them because they are small batching it, but that small batch is booming.
Who are some of your
So you
micros
get
in
it.
the store, William? Who are some of your micro partners?
Green Room, they put out 4 or 5 strands that I mean the flower you can't tell it's not a Cali pack. Um,
That's awesome.
um, Another micro that I have is Finos. Finos put out some quality weed as well. I mean, he
Fire.
named himself Finos. He learned how to grow in your state. He knows all the people that created the green crack strands, all them other old school strands. So
Oh, cool.
he learned right there from the best state, to grow the weed.
Yeah. Now I'm also going to show some love. You are one of the more vocal guests that I've had about Cali packs in terms of like comparing New York or even using it as a reference point. I won't say compare because who cares? Like the weed is the weed. I just want to buy weed wherever it's at. And if I'm in New
There
York,
you
I want New
go.
York weed. That's what it is.
There you
But
go.
I hear you being vocal about it from like a reference point from a quality standpoint. Now, obviously, there's average weed everywhere, right? There's mids and there's lows and all this stuff. Outdoor and indoor, there's good versions of all of it and bad versions of all of it. Do you do you notice that do you notice that there's a lot of really good flour there, maybe not enough middle grade flour in New York? Is it kind of just either or?
And now we got it. We got tons of mids. We
Tons of
got
mids.
people put yeah, because we got
We
our
got some mids in
because we
here.
got ROs here, registered organizations that are in
Mm,
multi states, and
okay.
so they're gonna put out a product,
Yeah, that's fair.
just a product. They're not
That's
gonna
fair.
try to get because they're still what are mixed lights, how they
Yeah.
growing greenhouses. They're not even outdoors. I mean, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
they're not even indoor.
Yeah.
And processing that way. So we got a lot of mids. You gotta. I got to a point where if you're not giving me samples, don't come
Yeah.
because I need to.
What about like the edibles and beverage spaces? I was on an episode with somebody in NYC. They were really pushing drinks super hard. Is the community being accepting to the edibles and the drinks market? Because you guys have great products like that in New York.
Oh
Phenomenal
yeah.
products.
Oh, drinks are flying. I just got a big delivery today of drinks from a drink called Layup with electrolytes in it and THC.
Oh,
And they and,
yeah.
and they make a lot of I just got a new raspberry tea. I'm going on lunch and try that.
I think that one is underneath J.R. Smith's team, no?
You know what?
I think it might be,
You
right?
mean J.R. Smith, now the golf player?
Correct.
Yeah,
College
actually, yeah, that's J.R.
graduate
Smith
and golf player.
and golf player exactly. No, that yeah, you're 100% right. That's his
Yeah.
company.
That's
Yep.
go. That's so exciting.
Oh,
What a cool time to catch you on. Yeah,
great
I've been
drink.
following that.
What I got about eight flavors of his, and then
Dang.
there's Heirloom. Heirloom's got it locked down though.
Oh yeah, Heirloom is
Heirloom
fire.
got
Big
the
shout
shit
out to
locked
Heirloom.
down.
I can't wait for the day we get to have them.
I have
William,
12 of their flavors.
Do you have a do you have if like it's obviously basketball season, we're at the end of football season. I'm not going to ask you to give me your starting 11 for football. Who would ask that? That's a crazy question. But 5 is not too crazy. Do you have 5 products that if I pulled up on you today and money for me not an issue sometimes, but on this particular situation I'm spending a bag. What would be your recommendations, your top 5 for me coming in there knowing that I want the best from you guys?
Yep. Well, let me address the sports issue first. I'm a Steelers fan. Right
Okay.
now,
You're tough. It's
I'm
tough out there.
hurting, but I'm happy, and I'm happy, and I'm hurting.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know who coming. That's what I'm most worried about.
It's
Who's
scary,
coming?
and you never had to
Who's
worry
coming?
about that.
Who's coming? And he needs to be somebody that can stay there till I die. Because I've had 3 coaches in my life. I really didn't need another one. So
Man, I've
that's
had 6 NFL coaches in 4 years with the Raiders.
exactly. But I'm glad he's gone because I think he did lose people's ear. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to be a success in 2 years somewhere else. Get us somebody in there. We missed Ben Johnson that went to Chicago. We missed the cat in Detroit because we should have did it as soon as Ben left. But we're where we are, and we wait for 2026 and that season to start. But my top 5 on my floor right now, if I had to go with my number one, I got a strand by Heavy Hitters. Heavy Hitters put
Okay.
out some indoor weed. Gumbo is the indica. Man, it is a true gumbo.
Nice.
I would equivalent that to the Cali pack. Yep. So I got
I
3 of
like
his
the gumbo
strands.
guys.
Yep, yep. So that's a good one. The next one would be Green Room that I mentioned earlier.
Yes.
Green Room. Um, I got Superfire. They are the true can. So Superfire puts out the one of the best strands they put out is a sativa called Bill's Thrills. So in the area, folks is liking that name. As long as the Bills are doing good, they coming and getting it. You know, so that's
Mm,
cool. What's that? 3 or 4. Next one over there I would take is probably Sky World.
yeah.
Sky World, the one that captured Mello. They're actually working on something with Tyson too. They
Sick.
trying to get a special thing out for Tyson. He's got something coming up, so they're working with him as well.
I like these
Um,
collaborations, man. I like this. I think that's
oh,
awesome.
oh, when they collab, I'm going because the community like it too. So I try to get them and bulk up on that. If I had to go with one more out there, I'm gonna say a tie between Left Coast. They're originally a Cali company, but they've been in New York since day one.
Left
Uh,
Coast Extracts, the vape brand.
exactly. They put out flour in New York too. Flour.
Oh,
They just
cool.
started putting out gummies in New York too.
Nice.
Yep, yep. So they do a good thing. They have a infused ground flour infused with diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that hit
Potent.
different. Hit
Potent.
different. Yes, it does. You can
That's
put
crazy.
that on a low and make that low feel like it's something.
That's
So,
that's that's interesting. Yeah, the I feel like a lot of pre rolls are historically just like like micro nugs. Like I got weed right here, like baby nugs right here. You
uh
know what I'm saying?
huh.
Like that's how you get cheap weed to be cheaper. But you don't grow weed to have nugs that size. Like that's
No,
when you have a
that
lot of
happens.
excess material, right? Like,
Exactly.
and then
That's
they put
somebody
that
that's
into pre
not loving
rolls.
their flower enough. Because if he showed more love to the bud while growing it, them buds would have been bigger.
Yeah, facts, 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 facts. Do you you mentioned these Cali packs again, going back to that. What about OGs? People like OGs out there at all? I'm an OG guy.
I got a couple people. When I first my first batch, I brought in a heavy OG from Platinum Reserves,
Hmm.
and it flew. It flew. And it was a true OG. So that was good about it. It's not a lot of them being put out.
Yeah,
Everybody's trying to put out candy. Everybody's
interesting.
trying to put out candy and old school strands. No one's taking a leap per se. You know, they're trying to stay to the cuff and keep it just to the quality versus the different
Is that
strands.
something? It's I don't. You're not framing it like it's an issue. You're just discussing it like it's a part of the reality, right? So
Well,
it's like,
mhm.
do you want to see people take that leap? And second part to that, do the customers, more importantly, want to see that?
Well, what part of my mission statement is me getting innovative items in the cannabis industry for my customers, new stuff that they
Okay.
don't see. So I
Yeah, yeah.
always look for new stuff. One of the newest things I got, Ricky Williams. Forgot to talk about him, the old football player. He had
Ricky.
he had something called his brand is called Heisman.
Yeah.
Yep, yep. So he has what they call a hit stick. It's literally a little bowl, quality weed, and infused with diamonds. You're gonna get about 10, 15 hits.
Wow.
People are starting to discover it and loving it because they can take the hit. If they only want 2 or 3, put it back in a little tube. They can come back to it later. It doesn't spill. So it's a nice and quality product. But I look for those things to be a little to differentiate myself from other dispensaries. There's not a
Yeah.
whole lot to differentiate yourself with as far as the product is concerned because we all have access to the same product. It's just a matter of how you're gonna put it on your shelf and how your
And the
negotiation skills
micros, I
are.
hear the micro relationships. Everybody always says the relationship with the micros is a big way to differentiate, right?
You got to because they will let you know when it's on there. You could be the first ones to buy. And if
Yeah.
if they got a small batch, I was able to do this one time, and I'd love to do it again with multiple brands. Is you only have a little bit, I'll buy it all. I know I ain't gonna sell it. It don't expire for another year. I ain't gotta sell it, but nobody else will have it. That makes me exclusive to that strand. And when I
Yeah.
could do that, I could blow a strand up.
Yeah.
I'll make noise. I'll make all the
Yeah,
noise
because
I need to make.
you got guaranteed visitors, in which AKA you have distribution, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
like
we
you have
got distribution.
straight to the customer, right? And that's what
We
makes
got
it easy is if you have the guaranteed people there, you're surrounded by, as you said, you're surrounded by the hood, then you got the neighborhood over here, then you got
hmm
this and businesses. It's like you're in a pretty strong environment of just people needing business or needing cannabis and supporting a business like yours. I think that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Now,
my location is also smack dead in the middle of Buff State, the University of Buffalo. Buff,
mhm,
oh, is it Buffalo College now? And Canisius College. So I get a lot of grad students too,
that's awesome.
especially from Canisius. Canisius is Division 1 smart people school.
Yeah. With
So
all of these different types of people and your guys' mission and focus, like I changed the title for this, right? Is like you really do cater to everybody. You take pride in serving all these different types of people and being ingrained in the community, right? What are you guys going to be focused on the rest of this month and through the first part of 2026? What's a key focus for you and your team? Culture, team, product, anything really clicking?
the biggest engaging with our customers.
Okay.
I love doing that anyway. I might. I've been told that I'm one of the only owners that's always in his store.
Hmm.
I don't leave. Where the hell else am I going? This is mine. I love it. I've got a resume that looks beautiful, managing Fortune 500s. So I've done that. To be able to do the same thing for myself motivates me every day to get up, come
Yeah,
here. Plus it's weed. It's
that's beautiful.
weed. It's a beautiful thing, you know. So yeah, definitely.
The motivation there motivates me. What now? In your eyes, well, not in your eyes. Here's a question for context. How many other dispensaries are there in Buffalo, roughly?
I think we just eclipsed 60 in the Buffalo
60
area.
just in
In the
Buffalo
area.
area.
Oh, I got one, two, three, and if I was 10 years younger, walking distance
Wow,
from
that's
me, and
okay.
another
So
one slated to open. The
what
rules are
sep-
1,000 feet.
what separates all of you guys? What makes each one of you guys different, if in your opinion?
You better get your niche in there. Learn your niche and work your niche. My niche, I
Mhm.
got a slogan. My tagline is master your high.
Master your high.
Exactly. So that's what I push. Come here, we'll tell you how to master your high. We'll start you off if you're new with microdosing. We can start you there if you're brand new. If you're experienced, let me get you over here to some of this good weed I know you haven't been buying. So
Yeah.
we talking about get. I don't. We don't push one product.
Yep.
We listen and answer questions and let you. We guide you, steer you. Which one of those? This you got two things here that'll get you. Where are you trying to go? You make the choice. We don't want to make the choice. Now, if you ask us to, we can, but we want you to make the choice. And then we always tell our customers, hey, come back. Let me know how that made you feel. Did it get you where you was trying to go? If not, I may be able to turn you a little bit more this way, go this way. Just again, guiding you through your high so you can master your high, find your strands, find your dosage. You know what I'm saying? And you're good. You're good. That's what we do. Engaging with our customers always through that. I have a high end steakhouse next door to me too.
Okay.
I have a nice location. A high end steakhouse next to me called Hutch's. I mean, you don't go out of there without spending 125 to 150 per plate. So I have to cater to them. So one of the things I did during Christmas, I did a raffle, dinners with the owner. We're going to dinner this Friday with we're taking four different people to dinner. Myself and my wife over there, and there's no cap. Just don't come in there and try to buy, Louis the 14 shots. You know you don't drink that.
Yeah,
You don't buy it on your own, but just stay reasonable with your drinks. You can get that tomahawk steak over there that costs $100 if you want. So
that's
we do
incredible.
that for January. I'm raffling off a 65-inch TV. No purchase is even necessary. I had people walk in the store, fill it out, and drop it in. I ain't mad at you. You're gonna come back eventually and buy something because now you see
Yeah.
where I'm at and what I got going on. So that's gonna happen at the end of the month, right before the Super Bowl. Give somebody something. I
Man, I'm
sponsor.
trying to I'm trying to come over there for that raffle. You got all kinds of exciting stuff going on, William. This is dope.
Yeah, I got a couple cats here that are promoters. I always jump on a promoter and try to sell his tickets for free. I literally will sell it. He don't got to pay me, and I'm not going to charge no fees to your customers. I just want the exposure. Come on in and buy these tickets. So I got one right now for something going on in February for what's the big thing in February? Valentine's Day. They
Yeah.
got a big concert going on, and I'm selling tickets for that. And they let me do a special because they see how I like to engage with my customers. So
Yeah.
I always got something going on.
That's
My,
so dope.
I set it up where my place is welcoming. You come on, we got a big couch up front. come on, chill, talk to us. I got
Yeah.
two different flower walls where you could take pictures with my big sign saying "Master Your High" in green, neon lights. So
Yeah.
it's a welcoming place. It's nice and bright. I don't have all that digital stuff going on. I got a bunch of, since it's called Secret Garden, I got a bunch of fake plants around here.
Yeah.
Expensive ass fake plants, but fake plants all around here. It looks like people come here and be like, yo, this doesn't really look like a dispensary. It's just different. And
Yeah.
you feel at home, you feel comfortable because I didn't put all these gaudy things in front of you, all these branded name stuff in front of you. No, I don't even have any branded shelves. I don't.
Wow.
I may have your brand on one shelf because I decided that you were a good seller. I
Yeah.
did that. I didn't let you come in and slap your name on it and color it up. I, I don't need that.
There's
I don't need
Yeah,
that.
there's different ways to go about merchandising the store, and I think there's a place and a space for all of it. It can be as futuristic or it could be fancy, it could be gaudy, it could be tacky. There's all kinds of different ways to poorly execute any version of those things. But I think one
Exactly.
thing that when you're in a community of 60 dispensaries in the greater area, um, you know, you know your audience, you know who you want to have around your store. You might cater to everybody, but we know that we're speaking to these people often at Buffalo in
Hmm.
that immediate radius, right? That immediate
Yep.
area. And
Hmm.
it's like, okay, cool. Well, we're going to look, act, feel, sound, smell, smoke a certain way here. And this is going to be how we own it. You said own the niche, right? Like really, really owning that lane and staying in that. I think that's phenomenal. A lot of people try to cater to too many people and aren't able to physically execute day to day. I think also too, William, I think it's great that you're physically there as often as you are. Um, Especially in this building phase. It's in the first 2 years of your company, man. That the first person they could come in contact is potentially the owner who's the most passionate.
Hmm.
That's a great way to build loyalty, and I appreciate that hustle and grind. I've got a couple more questions for you before we get you out of here. I want to respect your time, and I also too want to say thank you to you and your team for doing what you do to help have impact and help people maintain better wellness or a healthier lifestyle. Cannabis is definitely a positive addition for so many people. It's not
Yes,
for
sir.
everybody, but for those
Yes,
people
sir.
that are seeking it out, you have the opportunity to quote unquote master your high at Secret Garden 716. And folks, I've got the website right here. Visit secretgarden716.com. They're at 1363 Delaware Avenue in Buffalo, New York. As he said, they've got a lot of really phenomenal products that they take pride in curating something different than other people. And so, things to consider: some of the edible products, some of the flower products. They've got brands like Dank and Groon and Cushy Punch. That's a combination of New York and legacy and nationwide brands. There's all kinds of really phenomenal brands. One of my favorite New York brands is Heirloom. They've got great vapes, great gummies, and my favorite thing, their beverages. And some of the products there, of course, as he mentioned, a great celebrity branded offering ranging from Carmelo Anthony to J.R. Smith, Mike Tyson. He's got Heisman in there. I mean, depending, pick your thing, guys. This is a great, and again, if you don't know cannabis, go in there and talk to the owner, somebody who's been around it for decades, and he'll. I mean, if you just want some tickets to a concert, he might, or he'd take you to dinner. He might take you to the steakhouse next. I mean, you just don't. It's a home vibe, and it's family owned and operated, folks. It's a great opportunity, and thank you to Deeproots for providing this space for us to do this, man. I really appreciate it, and to also to where I'm at today, folks. Catalyst Dispensary here in California, giving me a space to do my podcast. Now, my
Okay.
last question for you, William, to keep it positive. There's a lot of shit going on in the world, man. It's crazy right now out there for everybody and everything. But if we take a moment to really circle it back all the way to cannabis and what we're focused on doing here today, helping your dispensary grow, what do you want and need from the Buffalo community? What would you like them to know about you in terms of like what you guys are up to and if they don't know anything about you?
Well, one of the things I like to say is the best thing I did for Secret Garden 716 was hire. I didn't hire. I hired people that I felt, or one, you gotta be able to get along with me. I could be, pushy, let's say. So you got to learn how to get along with me. But I hired people whose hands were in the dirt. Either you grew weed, then I know you know everything about it, or you legacy and you are currently legacy and gonna quit and join us, or you help someone survive longer through your researching the plant. Those people, that's
Powerful.
my top one. If you
Powerful.
actually had a family member, friend, and you wanted to help them relieve their pain before their last days, and you searched up weed and you learned about cannabinoids and terpenes, all that stuff, please come work for me because your passion is beyond mine.
It's different.
You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's different. You put the work in because the work we do is rewarding, can be rewarding financially and legacy. You didn't do it for the financial. You did it to
Pain
ease
from a
someone's
place of
life and
easing,
make
helping people.
the. I love hiring those people all day. That's the best thing I've done here in Buffalo, and I did that so they could help people in Buffalo. In Buffalo in the whole state, depending on where you're from, because we get visitors up here all the time. But you're able to work with the customers. You're able to meet them on their level, welcoming, talk to them. We have parking in the rear. There's a lot of places that don't have parking in Buffalo. We have off-street parking. We're in a safe area, family owned. We're here. We're gonna stay. Come learn about us, come talk to us, come talk to my bud consultants. They know the plan even more than I do. If you come here and you're not able to find something, talk to me and I'll be here next time.
Let them know. Come on, man. William here, checking in live, respectmyregion.com. He's here representing Secret Garden 716. He's the boss, he's the owner. It's his vision, it's his family sitting there executing it, and a wonderful team of people that are local to Buffalo, helping to bring this vision and bring this dream to life. William, you could have been doing anything in the world. As you said, you've had a lot of success doing other things in the career. The resume is backed up, but you chose to do this, and I appreciate you for that. What's your message to the world on some positive stuff?
Message
What's
to
a
the
William
world.
message to the world, man?
My message to the world would be contact us so you can learn how to master your high.
Contact them so they can learn to master how. I think that's great. What a great message. Appreciate you so much again, William. And thank you again to Deeproots partners, our SEO partners for cannabis retailers and all of them nationwide. For anybody with any questions about what Deeproots does, visit deeproots.io. If you'd like to visit Secret Garden, again, secretgarden716.com. Pickup available. Come go check out their products. Contact them to place your order. I'm Joey J. Ping. This is William, and we'll catch you on the next episode. Big shout out to you guys. I love you all.
Thank you for
New York
having
in the
me.
house.